Can I have a motion to return to public session?
I'll make that motion.
You have a second?
Second.
All in favor? We're going to enter the public participation section of the agenda. Agenda items only. Each member of the public may speak a maximum of 3 minutes. Please state your name and address for the record. Seeing no one, I'm going to close the public participation. We're going to go into the principal's report.
Good evening. Superintendent Goyce, President Bayamonte, Vice President Quintella, our esteemed board members, Roselle Park community and families. Thank you for allowing me to speak tonight at tonight's board meeting. It is an honor to be here. I'm excited to share the great things that we're doing at Robert Gordon School. I'm thankful to all the great parents, students, and staff that I get to work with every day. Let me just take a minute to get you up to speed on what's been happening thus far. Our year started out great. I was welcomed with a lovely meet and greet by the PTA, and I had the pleasure of getting to know the RG family, staff, and students. We quickly got to know each other, and I was impressed to see how our students learn and enjoy being together. We are so lucky to have such a tight-knit community. Our PTA is truly the best. They had a fall festival that was truly amazing and a neon party that is right around the corner. They do wonderful fundraisers and go above and beyond for our RG students. Our littlest RG students kicked the year off with a trip around the block to the library. Our preschoolers met with librarians, read some books, and had a fun walk back. Our Roselle Park librarians came to our school monthly to spend time with our pre-K and kindergarten students. Our preschoolers also held a pet drive and collected supplies for animal shelters. They wanted to help out our furry little friends this winter. One of our students in first grade had their artwork selected to be displayed at the NJ Performing Arts Center. She was one of 30 students out of all of New Jersey to receive this honor. Our art teacher, Mrs. Roselle, accompanied her to receive this award from the Art Educator of New Jersey and the NJ PAC. Her artwork was seen by 25,000 people. What an accomplishment. We had an awesome winter concert. Mrs. Cogswell and Mr. Sanchez always put on a great show. I was so impressed with our students' musical and instrumental talents. Student council members were elected at our school. I'm so proud of all their speeches and how they were delivered. They were confident and well-spoken. I look forward to working with our fifth grade students. Speaking of fifth grade students, our LEAD program started as well. We are so fortunate to have an awesome police department in our town that is involved in our schools. We also started safety patrol in our school. We interviewed and selected fifth grade students that show leadership qualities to assist our youngest members of the school coming into the building each morning. They love doing it, and the students love being greeted by their peers. In fourth grade, we submitted videos for the Steam Tank Challenge. This popular program gives students the chance to invent, modify, or use problem-solving skills to solve real-world problems. We will be sure to keep you updated on our progress. I'm expecting big things from this group of students. Our student council, along with Aldine and Sherman Student Council, collected supplies to fill stockings for our Roselle Park senior citizens, Roselle Park Police Department, and our crossing guards. It is great to have the opportunity to teach our children the importance of giving back. Lastly, we did a school-wide pajama collection in conjunction with Scholastic Books. We collected 87 pairs of pajamas. For every pair of pajamas donated, Scholastic will donate a brand new book to go to a school facing adversity. Last week was No Name Calling Week. It is observed during the third week of January to educate students, teachers, and the public on the harms of name calling. Our RG students signed the No Name Calling Pledge in the office. This should serve as a reminder that each student of RG pledged against name calling and in support of anti-bullying. We encourage our families to speak to their children about the importance of this pledge. In our classrooms, we are fortunate to be working with literacy coaches from Rutgers University. They assist in the instruction of our writing curriculum with the goal of improving students' writing and their writing scores. Our standards-based instruction program in math and language arts started in the fall and will continue into the spring. This program targets students' needs by analyzing prior assessments. Our enriched art and band practice are in full swing. We are proud to announce that we have started Student of the Month at Robert Gordon. Each month will focus on a new character trait. This month focuses on the character trait of kindness. I read a quote recently that I'd like to share. Too often we underestimate the power of a touch, a smile, a kind word, a listening ear, an honest compliment, or the smallest act of caring, all of which have the potential to turn a life around. Practicing kindness on a daily basis contributes to the creation of a better and more compassionate world. Ultimately, practicing kindness on a daily basis contributes to the creation of a better and more compassionate world. Small acts of kindness collectively make a significant impact on society. We are hoping our little school is doing just that. Each teacher nominated a student that is always kind to their peers and the staff at Robert Gordon. They gave an example of how they displayed kindness in and out of the classroom. I'm so proud to have some of our students here this evening. I will call each name and briefly read each what the teacher wrote about them. When I call your name, please go up to the front of the auditorium to receive your certificate. Unfortunately, we had a few sick children, so I'm glad some of them were able to make it. In Miss Cruz's class, Elliot Rose Weir. Miss Lopez's class, Aria Garcia. Mrs. Pisano's class, Samaya Howard. Mrs. Perez's class, Atlas Ojeda. Miss Arias' class, Anayi. Anayi is always showing kindness through the willingness to help the classmates. The generosity to help others is admirable. He never hesitates to help the friends zip up their jackets and shoes when needed. The empathy towards the peers encourages them to treat one another as kindness as well. Ms. Warren's class, Christian Camillo. CJ is always respectful to his teachers and classmates. He's one of the sweetest boys I've met. CJ always says please and thank you, lets students go before him in line, and puts forth his best effort in school. Miss G's class, Bella Valise. Mrs. Longo's class, Zoe Nguyen. Zoe always has a smile on her face. She offers to help others and cares about their feelings. Zoe also has wonderful manners. Miss Mychek's class, Daniela Casales Martinez. Daniela is the kindest student in the classroom. She frequently assists her classmates with their classroom jobs. Each day, she helps friends pack up their belongings if they're pulled out for services. She helps any student that needs assistance and with their laptop, even if it's not her assigned job. She is warm and friendly. Is always looking to help. Miss Siegel's class, Malia Figueroa. Malia is kind and respectful to all teachers and staff. She always offers to help. Malia is always kind to her friends and peers. She is patient with them and always uses kind words. Mrs. Connell's class, Savannah Julius. I've selected Savannah because she always gives everyone a smile that puts everyone in a good mood. She welcomes her classmates to work with and play with her. Miss Salkin's class, Sofia Rodriguez Vieira. Miss Huxford's class, Benjamin Garcia. Oh, sorry, Sophia, I didn't see you. When I heard the theme of the month was kindness, I immediately thought of Sophia. Sophia is always the first one to reach for a door and help someone pick up something off the floor. A spill in the classroom, Sophia will help you. A new student, Sophia will make you a welcome basket filled with a kind note and a sweet treat. Sophia is a pleasure to have in class. Ms. Kubaba's class, Julia Biamonte. Julia is always kind to her classmates and the teachers at school. She has been welcoming to new students in our class and is always willing to help others. She is a pleasure to have in our class. Mr. Linfante's class, Leila Djokovic. Ms. Morosco's class, Emma Figueroa. Emma shows kindness inside and outside the classroom. I notice Emma pulls her peers first before herself in the small things she does. She always wants to help others, including her teachers. Emma helps peers do work or wants to help catch them up on work they missed. At the end of the day, Emma packs up quickly and voluntarily picks up papers, pencils, and other stuff on the floor that belongs to someone else in the trash. She always helps other students. Thank you. Can we give them a big round of applause?
Are there any committee reports? Seeing none, we'll roll into the superintendent's report.
Good evening, parent.
Sorry, parents, if you want to take a minute to take your children home, you're more than free. I mean, you're more than welcome to take them home now. Thank you. Where's everyone going? Thank you.
Good evening, parents, community, staff, and esteemed board members. Though we had our reorganization meeting, I did not get the chance to personally wish you all a happy, healthy, and prosperous 2024. I want to begin by first welcoming our newly elected board member, Michael Ann Regan, and our student representative, Alondra Mejia. I also want to especially thank our former board member, Ms. Lucy Figueredo, for her services to the Roselle Park School District while as a member of our board. And at this moment, I would like to call her up so that we could give her a little token of our gratitude. Ms. Figueredo, if you could please come up. As we embark on the second half of the school year, and as we reflect on the past month, I am pleased to share with you some key highlights and updates from our school district. We have lots to celebrate at the high school. We had the Fall Sports Awards in which we honored 119 varsity athletes. In total, we have 187 athletes participating in fall sports this year, including JV, so about 1/3 of our school. They also had their winter holiday concert, and during the concert honored the Tri-M Music Honor Society inductees. The various bands, chorus, and the growing dance teams performed to a very well-attended concert in this auditorium. The high school classes have been fundraising with some creative ideas. It was also wonderful to see all the help given to Jody Belamo as the students passed out the collected toys from the Roselle Park community to the families. The college acceptances have started to roll in, and there is excitement in the air as students making early commitments share their news. In addition, I am so proud to share that this year's 2023 Children's Miracle Network Hospitals New Jersey champion is our very own high school student, Isaac Lima. If you have not yet read his inspirational story, I strongly encourage you to do so by visiting our district website. At Aldine School, the 5th grade sponsored senior citizens for a luncheon where students were paired with a guest, interviewed them, served them lunch, played games, sang for them, and then wrote them a letter. At Aldine, Student Character Council has also begun, and they had their coin drive with their advisors, Ms. Dina Cashin and Miss Becky Latowick, chaperoned them after on a shopping spree trip where they purchased toys for needy students at Aldine and in our community. At Robert Gordon, though you heard some of the great things they're already doing, they have started their Student of the Month, where each month the school focuses on a new character trait. This month's focus on the character trait was kindness. And at Robert Gordon, they have also started their safety patrol. In 4th grade, students submitted their videos for the STEAM Tank Challenge, which is a popular program giving students the chance to invent, modify, and use problem-solving skills to solve real-world problems. Robert Gordon also participated, as you heard, in the school-wide pajama collection. In addition, I am also very pleased and proud to share that our very own Miss Beaver from Roselle Park Robert Gordon School was accepted to speak at the 2024 New Jersey STEM Conference at Caldwell University. Please log into our district website so you could see more details, and we are so very proud of her. Our preschool classes had a wonderful visit with Councilwoman Lyons. She read a story to each preschool class. Miss Faith from the library visits one school each week to read to our preschool and kindergarten classes. The preschool staff were provided with the math literacy workshop by Muriel Rand. It was a great workshop which provided our teachers with strategies that they could apply in their classrooms. At Sherman, the 2nd graders collected canned goods for the Casano Center as well as pet supplies for the animal shelter. They collected 71 pajamas for their pajama drive. And the student council members from Aldine, Robert Gordon, and Sherman together collected supplies for over 75 stockings for the Roselle Park senior citizens and the Roselle Park Police Department. At the middle school, the National Junior Honor Society students participated in writing 330 letters to the Make-A-Wish Foundation and also volunteered to stuff 700 holiday grams for the middle school PTA. Tryouts were held for the middle school basketball teams, and the season is underway. The middle school newspaper club, under the direction of Miss Radford and Miss Platt, share their first edition for this school year, which includes interviews and other articles written by our very own middle school students. Our athletic department had a dynamic fall season. Our football team demonstrated resilience with a 6-5 record. Meanwhile, our girls soccer soared the quarterfinals. Boys soccer reached the semifinals, and girls volleyball showcased their prowess in the state tournament semifinals. Additionally, our girls tennis team made a commendable run, advancing to the quarterfinals. 187 students participated in our fall season, and dozens were involved with the band and other clubs, marking a high percentage of student involvement. A season filled with achievements and memorable moments. In response to a growing demand for inclusivity in sports, Roselle Park High School took a bold step by launching a girls wrestling program. Recognizing the passion and potential among young female athletes, community leaders collaborated with local schools to provide opportunities for girls to engage in this empowering sport. The initiative aimed not only to promote physical fitness but also to foster a sense of equality, breaking down barriers in traditionally male-dominated athletic pursuits. The program quickly gained support from parents, coaches, and the community, marking a significant milestone in Roselle Park and encouraging young girls to pursue their athletic dreams. It is encouraging to witness the dedication and hard work of our students, teachers, and our staff. Their commitment to excellence is truly commendable, and it continues to shape the positive learning environment within our Roselle Park schools. At the board office, our technology department has begun a project to consolidate all old technology district-wide, inventory it, and auction it off to free up space and generate funds for the district. The Special Services Department, with the assistance of ESS, worked to attain and fill all of our paraprofessional positions. There are a few temporary paras and positions, but they have expressed an interest in remaining with the district, and ESS is in the process of offering them employment. Guidance Department had the pleasure to participate in training with 13 high school staff members in a day-long youth mental health first training. The training equipped participants with the resources and to know how to respond to students experiencing a mental health crisis. The training was provided for free through a grant program with the Mental Health Association of New Jersey. The department also welcomes Ms. Jackson as a new middle school counselor. Ms. Jackson will be working with students with the last names M through Z. The high school guidance team has been learning of many college acceptance from students. Roselle Park High School students have been accepted to over 30 colleges, universities, and trade schools programs this year. I'm excited to report the acceptance of one of our top seniors, Leila Torres Garcia, to Columbia University. For those of you who do not know, the local Tap Into was at the high school right before the winter break and did a feature on Leila and other recent grads who attend Ivy League universities. The article link can also be accessed in our district website. From the curriculum department, currently focused on updates to EL8 and math standards, preparing plans to update our curriculum for September 2024. Specifically, they are inching closer to committing to an updated phonics sequence and assessment tool for grades K to 2 with the help and input of our school administrators and teachers. The New Jersey High Intensity Tutoring Grant has been reissued to 3rd and 4th grade, and the curriculum department worked on the submission of an updated plan for March 2024 through December 2024, which focused to include summer support for our students. Buildings and grounds continue their lighting upgrade at the high school. Fire alarm upgrade at the high school has been completed, and replacement of exterior door at the high school, which was a CUSAC visit recommendation for compliance, was also completed. We continue to ensure all our district facilities are ready for CUSAC inspections and announced county office visits. Looking ahead, we have exciting plans and initiatives in the pipeline that aim to enhance the overall educational experience of our students. Your continued support and engagement are invaluable as we strive to create an environment where every student can strive. I am beyond grateful to you, the parents, and the community members for the ongoing support given through meetings, calls, messages, just to name a few. Our ongoing communication will only make us better. Our collaborative efforts truly make a difference in the lives of our students. To stay updated on the latest news and events within our school district, please visit our website. Your active participation in our school community is vital, and we encourage you to attend meetings, join committees, and engage in an open communication. As we move forward, let us continue working together to create a nurturing and inspiring educational environment for our students. With your support, we can achieve great things and ensure a bright future for every child in Roselle Park School District. Thank you.
Thank you, Superintendent. Okay, we're going to get into the agenda items. Under personnel, agenda items 1 through 15. Number 1, staff appointments. Number 2, Title I AP pre-test tutoring. Number 3, ESL Supplemental Support Program. Number 4, staff resignation. Number 5, spring coaches 2023-2024. Number 6, maternity leave. Number 7, maternity leave replacement change. Number 8, toileting stipend for Aldine. Number 9, high school proctor 2023-2024. Number 10, portfolio appeals process class. Number 11, salary adjustments. Number 12, business administrator, board secretary, consultant services addendum. Number 13, FMLA change. Number 14, staff-led professional development. 15, breakfast and lunch proctors for 2023-2024.
Motion to table number 5.
Second.
Can I have a second? I'm sorry? Yes, second. Yes, okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? So we're tabling number 5, spring coaches 2023-2024.
That's line item, motion on the other item.
Okay.
1 through 15 minus 1.
Okay. Okay, we have a motion to approve 1 through 15 with the exception of number 5.
Make that motion.
Have a second? Are there any questions? Roll call, please.
Vice President Constance Quintella,
Yes.
Sue Carlstrom,
Yes.
Michael Ann Regan,
Yes.
Dr. Brittany Kirkland,
Yes.
Cindy Mago,
Yes.
Chris Monroe, President Paul Biamonte.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Education, agenda items 16 through 22. Number 16, termination of contract. Number 17, intern affiliation agreement. 18, conference attendance request. 19, 2023-2024 school year tuition and transportation. Number 20, educational trip request. Number 21, New Jersey Association of School Business Officials Training Plan. Number 22, harassment, intimidation, bullying incidents. Can I have a motion to approve?
Make that motion.
Have a second? Second. Any questions? Hearing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Vice President Constance Quintella,
Yes.
Susan Carlstrom,
Yes.
Michael Ann Regan, Dr. Brittany Kirkland,
Yes.
Cindy Mago,
Yes.
Chris Monroe,
Yes.
President Paul Biamonte.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Under business, agenda items 23 through 29 and addendum 1. 23, monthly certification. 24, approval of bills. 25, approval of minutes. 26, secretary treasurer report, sorry. 27, auction items. 28, use of buildings and grounds. 29, approval of real property lease. This is addendum 1. Okay. Addendum 1, additional approval of bills. Can I have a motion to approve?
Make that motion.
Have a second?
Second.
Mr. President, just one quick comment. I received an email while we were here. Just on the approval of the property lease, just note that there's a typo with regard to the address. Listed, one is 258 Webster Avenue, and another is 250 there's errors that will be corrected on the.
Thank you. I'm sorry, do we have a second? We
Yes.
do. Any questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Vice President Constant Quintella,
Yes, with abstention to 28C.
Susan Carlstrom,
Yes.
Michael Ann Regan,
Yes.
Dr. Brittany Kirkland,
Yes, with abstention on number 25.
Cindy Mego,
Yes, with an abstention on 28C.
Chris Monroe, President Paul Biamonte.
Yes.
Motion passed. Extensions on 28C and 25.
Is there any continuing business? New business. Any new business?
Yes. So Jennifer McCarr is not here, but I wanted to give the report for the middle school. The middle school PTA, their next meeting is February 7th at 6:30 p.m. at the middle school. And any 8th grade parents, please remember to join the 8th grade group on Facebook. Thank you.
I have a report as well. For the Union County School Board Association, the next meeting is February 7th. The topic is budget development during inflationary times. And then also I wanted to just make a note that the Union County School Board Association is hosting their event, Unsung Heroes. The nominations for it they close on February 5th. And then also something that I realized is that the event for Unsung Heroes is on March 5th, which I believe we currently have a meeting scheduled for. So I wanted to kind of put it out there if we could adjust the meeting so that we can go to support the high school student that'll be recognized.
I also have some new business. On January 18th, CPAG held their first meeting of the new year at Lidio's. It was a pleasure to introduce myself as the new liaison to the group. We enjoyed some wonderful treats together and had productive discussion. Their next meeting is scheduled for Thursday, February 15th.
Anyone else? Yes.
So I have a few things actually, because I wasn't at the reorg meeting last month. But one thing is for the technology committee. I'm not on the committee this year, but I did watch the meeting. Dr. Kirkland's entire swearing in was on mute. The live chat was also off, and so no one could comment to notify anyone. Is there a way we can do a sound check prior to the meetings going live so that doesn't happen again, and have someone also watch the live feed to make sure that everything is working and clear? Unfortunately, she can't get that moment back, but it's good for us to work on that so that doesn't happen again in the future. So whoever is on the technology committee, I guess we can follow up on that. Next is I want to congratulate the new president and vice president. So for new business, the main thing I would love for us to do, first off, I like that the table is like this, so we can talk to each other and not like straight down. Like, it's great. But the one thing that I definitely want to do as far as new business is the communication amongst us as board members. I watched the meeting and I watched how the votes were going down, and I could be honest and say that I cringed. The yes, yes, abstain, yes, 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 no stuff. I said to myself, this is going to be 2023 all over again, because in 2023, this board was called racist, homophobic, transphobic, and lots of another names in the book. I have faith that this year was going to be a lot different for things that you guys probably don't even see. We had a great opportunity on day one to set a positive tone for this year. We had the opportunity to show the public that we will have a better year and bring focus back to the kids. The reason why I had that false confidence is due to what the public don't see here on the dais. Lauren, who I look at as the OG on the board, anytime I had an issue or needed clarity on something, I would reach out to him and Paul. They always took the time to sit with me for an hour or two, and we always go over everything, and we will always walk away positive. I always kept it 100 with them, and I thought I was getting the same respect. Another thing people don't see is my relationship with Constance and Cindy. Anytime we had an issue, I hit Constance up, she hit me up, and next thing you know, I'm on Walnut Street for an hour. With Cindy, we could call each other from time to time and talk for like 30 minutes. We agree on things way more than we disagree. Jim McCarr, I have no relationship with, but she knows that if I needed something to say to her, I will. And although we don't agree on anything, just Jim McCarr, we don't agree on anything. Y'all know that. I can still be cordial and work with her. At the conference in Atlantic City Unplanned, Brittany and I ran into Constance, Lucy, and Paul. In that moment, we had a great time, and it was probably the highlight of the week for me. We later had a great retreat, and I felt that we were all in a better place. Again, on day one, we had a great opportunity to show the united front. The reason the votes happened the way they did was because there are 9 people on this board, but it seems like only 5 people that make all the decisions, and the 4 of us are sitting here like ducks. Respectfully, if I wanted to be a president or vice president, I would reach out to each board member and let them know my interests, and if I would have their support. No one reached out to me because they knew they didn't need my support. They got together and decided who was going to take it this year and didn't consider anybody else. I reached out to the president at the time, Lauren, at the time prior to that meeting, to remind him that I wouldn't be able to attend, and I had an idea, but he never hit me back. I found that weird because, like I said before, anytime I reached out to him, he always hit me back. But after I saw the meeting, I understood why. He thought I was going to ask for a position, and he didn't want to let me down. So he avoided the conversation. I kind of looked at that as a compliment, but I didn't want a position this year. So if Constance would have reached out to me, I would have told her yes. If she wanted to be president, you got my full support and possibly everyone else's. The only thing I would ask is that let Brittany, Dr. Kirkland, be vice president. Same with Paul. If Paul told me he wanted to be president, Paul knows I supported him last year, and I would have supported him this year. But I would have to say to him also, I will support you, but you must support Dr. Kirkland as vice president as well. How amazing it would have been if we as a board decided collectively who would be president and vice president, and we all stood up here and said yes to each other. That would have been amazing. Just giving the respect to the other board members without notice of what your plan is would have been great. You guys did the same thing last year when you brought the lawyer in. You left everybody out, expected us to just jump on and agree with you. And now you guys are doing the same thing again. Not one person here can tell me publicly or the public why Dr. Kirkland is not qualified to be president or vice president of this board. Not one of you even gave her a chance of a conversation. You know she has been wanting to do it for the past 2 years. What makes either of you a better choice? Is it because you can't control her? Are you intimidated by her experience in education? The other thing is, she's not a parent. But guess what? Neither is Jim McCarr. But because she's a friend, you guys are okay with her. And as far as committees are concerned, it's weird how every committee was played musical chairs with every committee except for the personnel. We all saw what happened last year, so where's the trust? The email that committee assignments came out, and I laughed when I read, these changes have been carefully considered to align with the skills and expertise of each member with specific needs of the committees. I'm not sure if Ms. Goyce noticed, but not one of them reached out to have a conversation to even see what committees we are good for or what we feel best at. No one knows us better than us, ourselves. And not one considered reaching out to ask what committee do we want to be on. Had one of you said that, hey, do you want to be on finance committee? I would have honestly said, respectfully, not this year. Opening up a new business, numbers ain't my thing right now. I'm tired of being the only one that's constantly reaching out my hand first. I'm tired of being the nice guy. I'm tired of having a disrespect with the other 4 members of this board. I'm tired of staying silent publicly. This not the energy I wanted to bring for 2024, but we have an opportunity to change all of that. And this is not an attack. This is more so a wake-up call. Everyone on here has something to offer, and the community voted them in. If we want to talk about elections last year, and this is nothing against Constance, we good. But I just wanted, as an example, the perception of Constance, and she's not anything like people say she is. Y'all heard me say it publicly, but her perception almost had her beat by number 5. That just proves that people are tired of the nonsense that happened. And 3 of you up for election this year. What you do now will either work for you, or there's a chance you won't be back here next year. We must be able to sit at this table with each other and compromise for the betterment of the students. There's going to be times where we will vote on something that we at first do not agree with, but we compromise. If we can't compromise and communicate, then why are we here? Why do we have to show up to meetings and committee meetings, especially if you guys have your own personal meetings and make your final decision from there? If you guys look bad, we look worse. What you do affects all of us, and it sucks because I actually really, really, really like all you guys. But I can't do this alone. So the ball is in your court. I'm ready to work as one, as we are supposed to do. We need to set an example for the future boards. I don't know what happened in past boards. I wasn't around. I don't care. I am here now, and I'm focused on now and the future. If the ball swings the other way next year, and if any of you felt left out, I will be right here defending you too, because I would not want to be a hypocrite. All I have is my word and my faith, and so I will stand on my words to the end. This back and forth control nonsense needs to stop. There are 9 people elected on this board. Let's act like it. No one here has all the answers. No one here is perfect. Not one person's opinion and decision should trump anybody else's. Every one of us should have the same opportunities and equal voice. That's all I'm saying, and thank you, and that's all the community is asking for as well. Have a good night.
Thank you. Anyone else? Hearing none, we're going to open the public participation. Each member of the public may speak a maximum of 3 minutes. Please state your name and your address for the record.
Frank Aguilardo, 409 Sheridan Avenue, Roselle Park. Hi, guys. Congratulations to the student and to everybody else. I went to the meeting, to the SPEC meeting, and the one thing I was very happy about is that the representative was actually there. I'm the vice president of the middle school PTA. I also am a parent of the PTA of the high school. And at both meetings, our representative wasn't there. This seems to be a constant thing. This is not only this year, it was like last year also. What I don't understand is if you are the representative to either the middle school or the high school and you cannot attend, there's 7 or 8 of you other members up there that you could just call up and say, hey, I can't get to the meeting. Can you represent me? It happens at the PTA meetings when the principal cannot attend the meeting, the vice principal attends the meeting. Or if they can't, a teacher is representative. So somebody comes to the meeting. And for both the middle school and the high school, it's either been the principal or the vice principal at every meeting so far this year. And that has made me very, very happy. But like Chris was saying before, I feel like there's a lack of communication between you guys saying, hey, I can't make that meeting. Can you? You guys know when the meetings are. They're scheduled on the calendars. And if you don't, reach out to one of the presidents or vice presidents of the PTA and they'll help you out. We're here to work as a team, and so you guys can report back to everybody that cannot be at the PTA meetings. And anybody that can't be here at the board, they would hear what's going on at the board if you were at the PTA meetings telling them what happened at the meetings. One other thing I wanted to bring up was we need to pay attention to when I don't know when you guys are going to set the end of the year schedule for next year. Please do not make it on a Friday. This year, the school is ending on the 21st, which is a Friday. It's hurting a lot of people. It is a Sabbath, so when the graduation is attending, they have to end before the sun comes down. You also have project graduation, and we have prom. I don't know, I'm not sure if prom is on Friday, but all I'm trying to say is when it's on a Friday, the places that you try to book are now, say, double the price because it's on a Friday. It's one of their prime nights to make money from other people. So now they're going to close down for project graduation or whatever is going on. It's very hard for a business to do that. And the price goes up for us parents to raise to help the students have a great time at their project graduation. And that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hi, Lucy Figueredo, Roselle Park. So I listened to what you said, Chris, and it's kind of funny because when they did the elections, you weren't even here. So nobody says that Brittany's better than Sue or anybody else. You weren't even here to vote. So I know what you're doing and protecting, and that's fine. You should work as a team. I feel that you don't. And that actually goes for not only you, Chris. I think all of you do not work together. The second thing is a liaison is presented to a school, and it's to be there to understand what we need and to be there. So it came out January 16th, and Brittany, we had a meeting yesterday. You did not attend. So I could sit here for hours and tell you what we discussed because we needed a lot of things. And I think board showing up would actually help achieve these goals. If you can't make it, fine. I know you have my number. You could have called me and told me you couldn't make it. We all waited for you. What you said, Chris, there is no racism going on here at all. Everybody chose and picked who they wanted. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Vanessa Costa, 617 Chester. Last year in our board meeting, I understood that something was going to be done regarding Coach Salamanca, regarding the harsh comments that were made to student Christopher Costa. But it seems like it's business as always. People don't change if there are no repercussions. Just taking him off the football team is not enough. Since this incident occurred during baseball season, we understand that we do not know what punishment the board or the school did to the employee, but we have been following closely, and it seems like Coach Sal is still very involved in activities throughout the town. Again, I just don't see how you're protecting our children from bullies like him. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Seeing none, closing the public participation.
President Biamonte, I'd like to make a comment to the liaison. So in regards to the comment that was made around around the high school liaison, so just so you know, like every year it starts over in January. This is my first year being the high school liaison, and so when I found out that the cadence of the meetings, I did have a prior commitment, and so I will take the feedback that I could have reached out sooner, but I will be at the remaining meetings.
Thank you. Can I have a motion for adjournment?
I'll make that motion.
A second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. The next meeting, the next scheduled regular board meeting will be an open session held on Tuesday, February 27th, 2024 at 6 p.m. The board meeting will be held at the Roselle Park High School Auditorium. Thank you and good night.